We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So South Alabama's offense will start this game off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front, and if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Dropping back, it's Davenport. Fires to the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick six.
The kick is on its way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So Troy's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Davenport. Looking to scramble. Oh, he's got some space. touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Creates a little space. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air. It's Crowder. Unloads it left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to set up the screen. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, obviously you're thinking pass, pass, pass. A great job by the offense trying to slip in a screen, but the defense had none of it. Great job reacting to the screen, seeing it, going and making a play.
The Trojans line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line, it's Scott. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Jaguars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Touch pass on the run. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Jaguars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense was offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, they've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Caught in the backfield, it's Worley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got a man. It's Taylor. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Looking for a man. It's Davenport. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. Makes the catch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Thomas. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Trojans. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The run to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Davenport. Buys a little time with his feet. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 40. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Looking for a crease. It's Meadows. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Trojans decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Going to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Got his man quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. They've got the screen set up. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screenplay on third down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the third down conversion and a new set of downs.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make your plays.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll try the left side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Crowder. That's caught. It's Taylor. At the 45 on his way. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Troy. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Listen, I know that gain didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved on the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
Now on first down from the 30. On the ground, it's Bullock. Found a little space, and he's got forward to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep to the air. It's Davenport. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. He's got him.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Jaguars with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
The Jaguars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Jaguars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And the Jaguars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Unloads to the right. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll go to the counter play. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Jaguars will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different looking football game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
The Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Jaguars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room, it's Bullock. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now on first down from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Jaguars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Davenport. And the timing just a hair off. Down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
The Jaguars will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pressure coming.
And this offense, man, here in the second half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like first half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll return it from around the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Just can't take a sack on 2nd down there in the red zone because that's already been the problem for this offense. They've been having to settle for field goals and not score touchdowns. They have been able to drive the football. They're just not finishing.
Work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Scott. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his tight end.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Trojans line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Back to throw, it's Davenport. Grabbed over the middle, it's Scott. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They go to the ground. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Jaguars! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. To the air, it's Davenport. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He gets it into the end zone for the two, and now they lead by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. They go to the draw. Makes a man miss. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
When you're an offensive lineman, you have to sell pass on the draw play. You got to set real quick, make it look like a pass, and then boom, I'm leaving that guy. I'm hitting that running back right behind him. Now I can get to the second level, and you can see when I do that, you make big gains like this, catch the defense off guard.
Give to the back. Makes one man miss. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Oh, what a move to get open. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Fights off the defender. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all the momentum is squarely now on their side.
The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The lone back's got it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the defense got it. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, South Alabama. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Oh, man, the defense just turned this game upside down with that score.
Dude, just take matters into your own hands. Like, I'll take care of this. I'm not even going to take this. I'm going to score points. I'm going to try to go ahead and ice this game away. Defense is still going to have to come back on the field, but unbelievable job just taking matters into its own hands.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Dortch. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Wants to throw. It's Crowder. Fires to the right. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Jaguars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than is blocked, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
The Jaguars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Scott. Touchdown, Jaguars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. A little screen to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Meadows. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Crowder. Grabbed in the middle, it's Higgins. Still on his feet at the 45. Right down the boulevard. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Troy.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Power football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Handoff from the gun. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Crowder. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bullock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Jaguars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Nice move there. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Jaguars are flying down the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.